Atlanta, Georgia. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. We'll see Michael Penix and the Atlanta Falcons taking on Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you from our broadcast perch. And Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best, that team will win the game.
The veteran punter Bradley Pinion has this one teed up, and we are underway from Atlanta. DJ Dallas to return it from his end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Cardinals now getting set to go offensively, and it'll be the dual-threat quarterback Kyler Murray leading the way.
Drafted with the idea that he'd be one of the most dangerous quarterbacks in the NFL when he put it all together. We've been seeing that progress throughout his career. This guy's legs, we knew they were phenomenal. Arm, top-notch. But now we're seeing his mind come into the game. Reed's defense is better and better each and every week, and is showing patience as a passer as well. Not as eager to exit the pocket, finding guys downfield for bigger plays.
First play and a first pass for Murray. Dancing to his left. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the tuck and run. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Murray running left. And right away, he lost the football. And the defense says they have it. They do. One play into the ball game, an early turnover. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Now 3rd down and 7. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. On the bootleg, it's Penix. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll run here with Algier. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Algier again, and he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3. Now a 3rd and goal situation as this Arizona defense tries to stand tall once more. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Dallas now to return it from his end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Credit that sack to D'Angelo Malone. But certainly not an ideal first quarter for him. Remember, he lost the fumble earlier, and here he ends up on the ground with a sack.
And sometimes what happens when you make a mistake early, you get too cautious going forward. Just cover up the football and take care of it and be able to cut it loose. Otherwise, your offense is going to stall.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. Murray now to throw. He'll get this to Connor underneath. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the 1st down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Darnell Mooney. Touchdown, Falcons. Darnell Mooney, 46 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And that drive happened quickly, which is great because they scored the points, but now their defense has to come right back out on the field.
It is exciting, isn't it, for the offense to do that? The defense is saying, okay, that's cool, but let's not make it a habit. We need to get some rest sometime.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And finishing it all off was Darnell Mooney with a touchdown reception. Dallas now to return it from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now Murray throwing on second down. That's complete to his running back, Connor. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a fourth down coming up. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 3rd and 4 now. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, Penix from the gun. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On 4th down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons. And back deep is DJ Dallas. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Murray. He'll find Jones again, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. They'll look to throw again. To Connor on the check down. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 19. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. First carry for James Conner. Able to push his way through. The tackle by D'Angelo Malone.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Buying time to his left, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And the offense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth. And his kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
A play fake. Now Penix rolling to his left. This ball down the field for Pitts. And he's got it inside the 10. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 41 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has two options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
Robinson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And just shutting him off there. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Down the right sideline. Inside the 10, Zay Jones, touchdown, Cardinals. Zay Jones, 75 yards. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. Ray McLeod to return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Penix working out of the gun here. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Garrett Williams. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. After the turnover, here's Murray. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on second and long. Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And they'll play keep away from the returner, as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. And the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Out to his left. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sideline.
Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. And the Falcons grab it. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this. We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
We both know there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And looking to throw, Penix. Touchdown! Drake London in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons will extend their lead here just before halftime. Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency. Because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown catch from Drake London. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. For the Falcons, they were led in the first half by their quarterback, Michael Penix. He's got 2 touchdown passes already, but he's also thrown 2 interceptions. So it was feast or famine whenever his guys had the football.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Penix. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. It's Zaven Collins who got in there to get the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. To the air, Penix. Being chased out left. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He'll dump this one off to Connor. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Murray. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Well, part of their struggles in the first half was their inability to convert consistently on 3rd down, but how about this well-designed play? Gave himself plenty of options and able to get the hook up and keep the drive going.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete to McBride. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 29-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Able to get this one to McBride. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Murray a give. This is Connor. Sheds off the tackle. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. James Conner. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Well, the Falcons back out, getting set for this next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Sets up the screen to Robinson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons. They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was...
A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. To throw again is Penix. Flush to his right. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. On 3rd down, Robinson. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's thrown underneath to Algier. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Trying the left side with Algier. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tyler Algier taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Falcons are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it and catch it, and he gets it done.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Dallas now to return it from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Murray. Screen pass to Connor. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Throwing now is Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. So the completion good for 7 there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Here's Murray. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Now Murray's got to have this one. To the right side and intercepted. And the Falcons are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll roll him out right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 83 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. On 1st and 10, it's Penix eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Let's give a little credit to the defense on that one. They resisted quite well, and that pass fell incomplete. But this ball game for him, that's just a momentary speed bump. He's played awfully well throwing the football.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. This ball down the field for Pitts. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Operating from the gun, Penix. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll find McLeod on the right side complete. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Here's a screen for Robinson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to throw again. Here's Penix. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
They'll try and throw. Here's Penix. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. So 4th and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give a little run-pass option, and treat it like a 2-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Murray going to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Wilson. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Shotgun now from Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Murray now. Over the middle, Harrison. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage, when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. Now 2nd and 5. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Now Murray. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 33. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Murray's throw here into the hands of Jones. Touchdown, Cardinals! Zay Jones with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cards have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Forced out to his left. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll go play action here with Penix. Steps away to his left. Reaching up for it, and he's got it. Kyle Pitts managing to stay in bounds. And the Falcons have made it a 3-score game now here in the 4th. Yet another touchdown in what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch. And it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass to pad the lead.
Did we come into this game where defense was optional? because it certainly feels that way, right? But when you look at the scoreboard, this rookie, he has his team moving at a little bit quicker pace than his opponents. The entire offense is going to get plenty of praise, but I think these coaches have to be especially happy with what their quarterback has done.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
And Jones has it over the middle. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Caught on the right side by Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And this will be swung out here for counter. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Murray again. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Murray. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 17-yard line. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.